Hello and welcome to day 2 of the Mannfield Night 5K, sponsored by Gift Your Game. I'm Johnny Boy and I'm here to guide you through the next 5 weeks of gameplay, the end of which will conclusively reveal who the best 1v1 player is in all of Europe. Today we continue round robin league play with Eekso and Flakes going head to head. But before we get started on that, let's take a quick look at some of the highlights from yesterday's matchup, Fairy Peak versus OSM. And OSM is of course the only player to take down Fairy Peak in a series this year. Of course he's not done that every time they played though. The most recent time was 4-0 in favor of Fairy. There's a couple of players that he has had a little bit of trouble with in the past. OSM is causing him some trouble right now. Fairy Peak really not looking in position here. Demos, dunks, all kinds of offensive plays at the other end. Just like that, Fairy Peak ties the game. Wide open net across the field. And he's not going to miss that one. Using the wall to pass the ball to himself. OSM trying desperately to save all the boosts he can here because Fairy Peak is starving him. And it looks like Fairy Peak should get another goal. He slots it in for 5-2. Fairy Peak looking good so far in game 1. Fairy Peak shadowing closely. OSM had a chance there for the boomer flick. Finds it demolished. The net is open but not for long. And OSM's first touch is far from the one he wanted. He's got Fairy Peak exactly where he wants him though, and he will bring it back to a 1-goal game. Fairy Peak has all the chances in the world now to take it into game 2 with the lead. And there is another goal for him. Fairy Peak just as dominant as we all expected. Whole minute and he just hardly puts a foot wrong. It's very difficult to get back into the game when Fairy Peak is staring at you across the other side of the field. And there it is, the long shot. All too easy again for Fairy. Fairy Peak's going to leave the boost. He doesn't want to dive into that corner and make himself vulnerable. Instead, pathing around the box, grabbing the small pads. He's only managed to save up a single boost at the moment though. OSM with a really good chance. There's the fake at the near post. Fairy Peak has lost his lead. Great play there by Fairy. He's put himself out of harm's way, both defending his net and himself from being demolished at the same time. And he's just so good from these tight angles. And I feel like there was actually no time during this game where OSM had control. It's just been Fairy Peak start to finish, doing whatever he wants, wherever he wants, however he wants. And that is going to be 2-0. So this is it, and it's not Fairy Peak who's going to come in with the Batmobile. It's in fact OSM with the car change. And you know, if you're going to be on the back foot, making saves, trying to react to your opponent's plays, why not bring in the long car? A catch combined on the rear wall there. OSM is going to play this one as deftly as possible. A quick check to see if Fairy Peak's up, but the split second he looks away, Fairy Peak is going to beat him to the ball. Just like that. A perfect illustration of why you can never look away from what Fairy Peak is doing. Fairy Peak actually missing sight angle open net there, but he won't be too worried. He's not conceded a goal at the other end. But with 23 seconds left, it is desperate now for OSM, and that's not even going to go on target. He has to put in the rebound, and he will. Excellent shot from the tight angle there by OSM. He's given himself a chance, the first one. Fairy Peak could just run down the clock now. What is he going to decide to do? He wants OSM to challenge him so he can get the ball past him. And just like that, Fairy Peak will defeat OSM 3-0. Was that Fairy Peak winning a 1v1 series? No. How could this happen? Said absolutely no one ever. Unfortunately for OSM, he did get Fairy Peak in the first round, and he was not able to replicate his incredible upset win from earlier this year. And as such, he slips down to the bottom of the standings for the time being. By the end of today's show, one of eekso or Flakes will join Fairy at the peak of the table. However, without a 3-0 victory, today's winner will have to settle for second place. To be honest though, second place behind Fairy is really nothing to be ashamed of. Before we get eekso versus Flakes underway, I do want to draw your attention once more to our wonderful sponsor Gift Your Game. They provide a completely free desktop app that lets you clip your favorite Rocket League moments from your own games at the push of a single button. HD gifts are generated for you with their own hardware and delivered in minutes through Discord. Fantastic functionality. What a brilliant idea. It's about time to head down to the field for today's series, this one being one of the harder ones to call on paper. Flakes comes in with very little showmatch experience, but an impressive ladder rank record in the current Rocket League season. eekso, meanwhile, has looked impressive even in recent defeats to Fairy Peak, OSM and Rottweiler. The All England fan club may be concerned, however, should this series go the distance, as he has been on the wrong side of Game 5 series in his last 2 showmatch appearances. Enough talk though, let's get into the action. It's England versus the Netherlands in the Mannfield 95k as eekso takes on Flakes. First game for the first qualifier to the 5k league. This is Flakes, currently very high rated in the 1v1 leaderboard and qualifying first out of 3, the other qualifiers being Bluey and Ocelon, to the final 3 spots in the league. eekso was the final invite, having a very successful 2018, giving Fairy Peak, OSM, pretty hard times in series losses that he suffered at their hands, and picking up numerous wins. This is going to be a tough one for both these players. High pressure situation. It should be eekso with the slight advantage, given that he has far more showmatch experience. Flakes recently lost to Fairy Peak in his last match that he played. That's a great finish by eekso at the near post. Placement was key here, and that's something that eekso loves to do. Whenever he messes up an aerial touch, as I doubt that the original plan there was to go into the ground pinch position, he's very good at recovering and getting just about as good a 50-50 as you can hope for, so expect to see plenty of ceiling play from him if he continues to feel comfortable. That is a great flick and an even better save by Flakes. eekso looking for the demolish. Flakes is privy to it. Now Flakes first. Really good opportunity of the match. He's got eekso in an awkward spot. Not a good shot though to follow up. That's a bit of a let-off for eekso, who was second best in that position. Again, the wall demo is wide open. This time eekso finds it. 2-0 to eekso early in game 1. Flakes really could not avoid this one. There was nowhere for him to run while still saving the ball at the same time. Strong kickoff for eekso. Not enough boost to really take an early shot. He tries to sidewind into a flick. It's a bit of a fortunate bounce off the post there, as Flakes was ready to counter-attack if the ball hit the wall a bit more flush. Nice challenge here by Flakes, getting the ball to safety. Another chance for him to do something in offense. He's not really had the most success so far with his offensive plays. Pretty tame in the flick and the shots categories. He's trying to build up some speed here to help him out, and that's going to work out wonderfully. eekso was wrong-sided, and Flakes gets one on the board. eekso should have been able to stop this one, but he did get on the wrong side of the ball, and he was no longer able to put it into the crossbar. 2-1 now. eekso still in the lead. It might be an equalizer momentarily. There it is. Kickoff goal for Flakes. Just like that, we have a tie game. Now, eekso is no stranger to game 5s. He's no stranger to long series. Often a slow starter in best of 5s. This is not too bad of a game 1 for him, really. But he can also be a player that gets inside his own head at times. He might start thinking that he's choking if he misses an open net in overtime, for example. That could really throw him off for an entire series. Flakes, on the other hand, just likes to sit back, try and play the control style. That's an open net miss, though. eekso gave him the wide open net as he was going for boost. And it looks like eekso's missed an open net as well this time. Power was the problem, not accuracy. Once again, eekso has to abort mission on that failed off-the-wall play, but he gets away without losing too much. What a flick by Flakes, though. This is a shot that's really starting to become popular these days. Later flicks on the ball are so deadly. Flakes does get the first lead he's had this series. nice little touch is going to set up the bounce dribble for him, but he's gone for the double jump pop fairly unsuccessfully. eekso 17 boost. He's going to wave dash into position. He just wants to get the 100 in the corner. There it is, secured. Will eekso go for any more demolish plays? He had an opportunity there. Flakes is dodging in very close position, but eekso's just going to stay heads up. Good finish into the top corner. I think Flakes should really be applying a bit more pressure here. No boost. Does he really have that good of a chance to save a shot from that range? This game's been creeping on. We're actually into the final 2 minutes now. Flakes has been known to run down the clock when he does get into the lead, even holding Fairy Peak to 0 in their recent encounter. Just for one of the games. The other 3 Fairy Peak did win. Wow, that's actually gone in. eekso may have been waiting for this to hit the post, but Flakes with the pinpoint accuracy. It didn't need to be the most powerful shot. It looks like eekso got a piece of it, but not quite enough. Flakes again applying the pressure. Gets his nose in front. He did have a very comfortable qualifier to this event with his first round opponent Ahmed no showing, and then following that up with a quick 3-0 win against Jesse. So Flakes definitely the most comfortable player in the qualifier, only having to play one game, but that's because he went in as top seed, being so highly rated in the ladder at the moment. I believe second place in Europe or third. It's between Flakes, Fairy Peak and OSM at the moment to try and battle for that number 1 spot. Bit fortunate there for eekso. He lands on the wrong side of the ball, but retakes control. He's looking for the air dribble bump here. Flakes needs to be careful. He can't get out of the way, and eekso's going to retake the lead. Great setup here for eekso. He got one last touch on the ball so that it would be going on target a little bit more quickly, and then he flew right in front of it into Flakes. 1 goal has been the difference between these players for the majority of this game 1. Although the lead has changed hands a few times. eekso's waiting for this boost to spawn, but it's taking an awful long time. He just gets it, and not a moment too late. Flakes would have had a free rebound if eekso was starved at that moment. 26 seconds now. eekso again getting a little bit fortunate with his timing. Wow, he almost stumbles on the near post here. Staying solid for the time being though is eekso, and another demo play to give him a 2-goal lead. That's a huge advantage with only 10 seconds left. Good play again by eekso, just blocking the challenge from ever happening as he moves into position between his opponent and the ball. He's even going to fake a kickoff just to try and keep this as open as possible. He doesn't want a quick kickoff goal off the wall. It did happen earlier. Flakes got 1 for his 2nd goal in the game, but that's no longer relevant as eekso takes game 1. Very close back and forth, however. And into game 2 we go. It is Flakes with the uphill battle. And it's worth mentioning that in his series recently against Fairy Peak, he didn't win. It's not like he won the first game and then got 3 losses in a row. He was able to... Oh my goodness, eekso just missed that open net. What on earth did we just witness? I was going to say though, Flakes did manage to stop Fairy Peak's momentum and hold him to 0 in 1 game. Wow, eekso just staring at the ball as it almost crosses his line. That is quite the guts he's got there to catch this one on his own goal line. Most players would have hit that one away, not wanting to concede a goal in that kind of position. Not eekso, he wants to take control. Another kickoff goal for Flakes though. He's had a couple of these now, and they've come both at times where he's looking for an equalizer. Huge moment there for Flakes. eekso would have been feeling pretty good about that previous goal. It was definitely one of the more stylish. And there is 2-1 for Flakes. eekso not able to get back fast enough. And it's not a long lead this time for eekso. He really wasn't able to do much there because of the power of Flakes' kickoff. Finally now, eekso is able to win one, but he doesn't get anywhere near as strong a play as Flakes did. Flakes is going to stay way back on this position, just letting eekso come at him. That is Flakes' preferred style. Whenever he has the lead, he wants his opponent to make the play first so that he can react to it and hopefully score on their misplays. I don't expect to see too many crazy comebacks from him, but you never know. And you've got a kickoff as strong as he does, it is always possible. All you need is that first goal, and then you can start chaining together kickoff goals. eekso straight down the middle with a flick. Rotates back around for the rebound. He goes for another one, and he's going to get the equalizer as Flakes misses. And that was a little bit surprising. Flakes actually pre-jumping here, expecting eekso to shoot a little bit earlier perhaps. We're all tied up yet again. It's been one of the closer series that we've seen in recent times so far. Nobody running away to more than a 2-goal lead in over 6 minutes of gameplay. eekso just going to run this one back. Quite comfortable. Turning on a dime, and look at that for a flick. Oh my goodness, eekso is going to force Flakes to shadow a little bit further back with a monster flick from inside his own half. Almost grazing the crossbar on the way in. That's 2 goals in a row rather for eekso. None of them from incredibly strong kickoff possessions. Here comes a ceiling shot. He's not in a good position to challenge Flakes' early contest though. It's now really Flakes who should be the aggressor. Somehow eekso gets back involved though, despite the huge boost disadvantage. eekso's looking confident. He wants to cut this one in field. Flakes was ready for that one. Only just though. eekso really turning around the ball pretty fast there. Flakes again losing out the boost battle. eekso's going to choose to set himself up with a wall pass. He's missed the ball though, and now Flakes gets a freebie. This really should be 4-2 to eekso. Wide open net. Ball coming at him laterally, and he misses it completely. Nerves perhaps for eekso, and he's going to be even more nervous now as he's got one kickoff goal in his net and another kickoff staring him in the face. Flakes has been dominating from the center of the field. There's another huge win for Flakes. eekso dashing back into position, but it is going to be Flakes who's threatening again. eekso with a great recovery. I don't know how he managed to get back into position that quickly. He's still trailing though. 3 incredibly strong kickoff plays for eekso. Wave dash from eekso is going to tie things up. It's the ground plays of eekso versus the face-offs of Flakes. Flakes is giving eekso so much space, so much time to do what he loves to do best. And that is style on you with any means necessary. What's he going to go for now? He's a bit low for the bump. I was expecting more of a flip reset attempt from eekso there. He has scored flip reset plays in a show match setting. But yeah, eekso can sometimes get inside his own head in both ways. Sometimes he thinks he's playing too badly and he just doesn't have the confidence. Other times I've seen him be playing so well that he goes a bit too over the top. So he needs to be careful here. This is definitely far from over, especially with the kickoff of Flakes going up against him. Nicely done with a long shot though to give himself a 1-goal lead yet again. It is now eekso winning a kickoff. That's huge. Now he's got a chance to run the ball around the field a little bit. Maybe grab an opportunity to score at some point. He's using a lot of boost here. That is now not going to be available for his recovery. Flakes has the open net, but he missed it by a mile. eekso must have already expected that he's going to concede in this position, but it's in fact a really awkward exchange. Both players missing open nets. For Flakes, that was almost too easy. I don't know why eekso decided to use all of his boost on a double touch attempt when Flakes was defending the backboard. Flakes with the ball chase. That's how you tie up the game. He's had enough of eekso's midfield trickery and dribbles. He doesn't want to play any more games. He's just going to run into the ball and put it in the net. What a time to switch up his defensive posturing. And he's still got the strong kickoff in his back pocket. Not much boost left over this time to work with. eekso threatening the demo play once again. He's looking for it. Flakes manages to get around the back of him. It's okay for eekso. He's just going to run around the field here and try again. Flakes was attempting an interference play, but could not quite find it. eekso stealing shots, saved by Flakes. What a save. And now he's on the run for the open net at the other end. Has he missed this? Oh my goodness, he's missed. After the massive save, Flakes can't convert the counter-attack. And eekso gets let off the hook yet again. He's going to keep this one up. He's not got the boost though. He needs to be really careful here. Flakes has dropped it. Thankfully for eekso, because I think Flakes was dribbling that one in from that distance. Another kickoff. Another win for Flakes. eekso deciding to stay close to this one. Gets the challenge and the 100 boost in the corner. That's huge for eekso. He was looking in a really rough spot there, but he's gotten away from it. Now eekso gets another ground play. He can't see where Flakes is, so he has to jump into the air here. But he almost finds Flakes with another air dribble bump. Manages to steal the boost on the exit, thanks to his wave dash. Flakes has 0 boost in this offensive play. eekso again controlling the ball on his goal line. Early flick. eekso doesn't want to get too close to Flakes in case he goes for another ball chase challenge like he did earlier to score his 5th goal. Pinch shot from eekso. On target, but slowly. A minute into overtime. It is anybody's game. Flakes has the 100 boost advantage. And a great chance for a shot. There's just no power though. And where on earth is Flakes landed? He's inside eekso's goal. eekso with the open net shot. He's not going to miss that one. And you can just see the confidence for Flakes is not there in offense. So many flicks and shots falling short. And now he's 2-0 down against eekso. A great chance for eekso now to run away with this series, take it in 3. Flakes can't be feeling confident after 2 losses, especially when he won so many kickoffs in the last game and eekso still got the W. Right now Flakes' biggest issue is he can't really get any extended periods of ball control. It's been all eekso in the midfield, frustrating Flakes immensely. And although Flakes does prefer to shadow and play off his opponent's misplays, he won't be enjoying this too much. Slow motion double touch from eekso. Flakes will give him credit for this one. eekso at the last second here stops air dribbling so that he can lean back into the double touch. And Flakes is just going to have to put up his hand and say, well played. Not much I can do there if I'm going to try and react to what you're doing, and you're doing that. I want to see more of the aggression from Flakes. I don't mind him favoring this defensive posturing, this reactive playstyle, mainly focusing on shadowing and defense. These are all fine, but I do want to see him just throw in a couple of challenges to keep eekso guessing. eekso knows what's happening now. Oh my goodness, eekso catching the ball at the end of a early dodge and actually managing to get a second touch on it. How Flakes saved that, I actually don't know. Flakes just giving eekso the ball now. You can see he just wants to try the counter-attack. But eekso's not giving him many easy opportunities to counter. He's picking his spots very well. And I must say I'm impressed. And the rest of the league's going to be looking on and feeling pretty worried about this. If eekso can play this controlled and this well, his mechanics have never been a question. It's always just been a question of decision making and mentality. And right now, it is all there. The full package is available for eekso. Open net shot. Can't be saved by Flakes. All he can do is knock it into his own top corner. 2-0 eekso in game 3. eekso starting to get a bit more success on kickoffs as well. And just as we expected, he is going for so many ceiling plays. This could be a chance though for Flakes. And it will be 1 goal back. Bit of a heavy touch off the ceiling this time by eekso. Not even he could recover that one. Flakes has been challenging early on most of the ceiling plays, as he should. He doesn't want to give eekso time to set up that delayed dodge into the ball. Much time is already gone from the clock. eekso has been running the ball around the field quite a lot. Look for another dodge play onto Flakes. But Flakes avoids this one. eekso couldn't quite get the ball into position there. Behind him. It was going a bit slowly, maybe. You can see, though, how aware eekso is of the threat of the demo plays that Flakes could bring in. Oh my goodness, eekso! How does he do this? This is just on a whole other world of control. Wave dash and then runs the ball into the bottom corner as Flakes is pre-jumping, blocking almost every other angle. The crazy thing about that play is he didn't even need to do that. That was just an option. He just decided, yeah, you know what? I can wave dash this one in the bottom corner because he's pre-jump. But if Flakes didn't pre-jump, eekso could have done a whole host of other things. He's got that in his back pocket when he needs it. Other players have to plan those type of wave dash plays in offense. They need to be completely premeditated or else it's never a possibility at all. eekso's just doing it for fun, and now he's predicted Flakes' rush challenge. Flicked it over the top of him. If he had more boost, I think that would have been another goal. But he's just completely running the ball around Flakes' end here. He's doing whatever he wants, however he wants, whenever he wants. Hang on though, is that a goal by Flakes? On target almost. Oh my goodness, that's a heartbreaker for Flakes. Both top corners within sight, but just out of reach. Great mind game there by Flakes. He's going to get a counter-attack goal for free, straight down the middle. That's how he wants to play this series. That's how he wants to play this game. Just wait until the counter-attack presents itself. eekso's been pretty good for the most part, but he is starting to make mistakes. That ceiling shot that he shouldn't have gone for. Getting mind-gamed as he runs out of boost. Now the kickoff comes back to haunt him. 3-0, Flakes back in the game. And has eekso gone a little bit too far? Has he gotten a bit too comfortable maybe with how well this series has been going? This is what we talked about earlier. He can go one of two ways. He can start to lack confidence, but you can also get a bit too confident. It's just easy as you like. Flakes walks the ball in from another kickoff. And out of nowhere, he's got a goal lead. I don't believe what just happened. eekso is looking so in control. And now Flakes is the one with the lead. eekso this time decides to go down to the ground. I bet you if he was still winning by 3 goals, he would take that off the ceiling every single time. That being said, the ball was a little bit off the sidewall. Kicked off with a little bounce, so he didn't have the perfect setup. 1 minute remaining. Flakes looking to get his first win on the board. Not just for this series, but for the entire league. eekso has to play a bit of defense himself, and he's not quite as comfortable doing that. You see that he's eager to get off his goal line at the first opportunity. He thinks, well, if Flakes takes another touch, I can tackle him. Flakes doesn't take another touch, though. He just shoots it. And he's got a 2-goal lead with 41 seconds left. Somehow Flakes has found a way back into the series. And he's now the favourite, the heavy favourite to win this game. That is a massive challenge win by eekso though. Flakes back just in time to stop eekso from scoring. eekso's really struggled after this kickoff though. He's got no boost, so has to wave dash not once but twice just to get any momentum on the ball. He can get 100 in the middle right now. No, he can't. It's actually spawned behind him. That leaves it for Flakes. Flakes is going to put it over the top once again. Misses an open net, but it shouldn't matter if he can just hold on to this 2-goal lead. eekso on the fast track down the middle. He has to score, and he has to score right now, and he will. And now he's given himself half a chance. 2 seconds remaining for eekso to try and score. A well done air dribble across the field. Flakes again not challenging early enough. But surely Flakes kickoff will be able to hold on here. Looking good so far. I don't know if eekso can reach this one. Well, he will be able to keep it up with one touch, but that's all he's going to get as Flakes scares him off the catch. And he is back in the series. 2-1 now in favour of eekso. Alarm bells must be ringing inside eekso's head right now. He had such control over that last game, and indeed the entire series, but Flakes has managed to get back into it. Oh my goodness, somehow Flakes knew that that was wide of the net, and he's going to pick up another counter-attack goal for free as eekso's whiffed the rebound. And if the alarm bells weren't ringing at the very start of the game, they must be now. eekso has got to be worried about this. Flakes is going to be over the moon with how this is going. So he knows that eekso is worried about this series at least a little bit, and he flicks it over the top. eekso's not looking comfortable in defense. This series so far can be summarized as such. When eekso is playing well and controlling the ball, he looks like the better player. He looks like he's going to win this. He scores more goals in offense than Flakes scores on the counter-attack. But when eekso is forced into defense for whatever reason, whether it be an overcommitment in offense, whether it be a bad kickoff, or just Flakes playing well and retaking control, he does not look comfortable. Flakes definitely the better defender of the two, or at least so it would seem at the moment. 2-0, looking for the third one. eekso's there just in time. He's going to look for the rebound here from the near post. Flakes is up though. He's not going to miss that one. Something of maybe eekso needs to go for a little bit less in his play is less plays where he's waiting for Flakes to miss or trying to anticipate a miss, because Flakes doesn't miss much in defense. He's had a couple of misplays offensively. Wow, look at that though. That was pretty quick. Hook shot into the sidewall, and before thinking too much, gets up for the rebound, blasts it over the head of eekso. 3-0 Flakes. Where was this guy in game 1 and 2? This is unbelievable. And another strong kickoff. I think he's just gone and scored 4 goals. Yes, he has. And what a turnaround we've just seen. It was almost exactly like we expected. eekso styling, in control, doing whatever he wants, but then maybe trying to go a little bit too hard in the paint and allowing Flakes back into the game. And then Flakes kickoff completes the comeback. He's going to go for the turtle flick. He's actually pulled it off. Flakes is a madman. Turtle flick over eekso's head. eekso had 100 boost here, but he couldn't react to the turtle flick. That is unbelievable. 5-0. Flakes has completely turned the series on his head. He's not just looking comfortable in defense right now, he's just looking comfortable in general. What can eekso possibly do to get back? Well, maybe that works. That does in fact help him if Flakes backflips on the goal line. This is positive for eekso. I think a double jump might have saved that, but Flakes has beamed it. 3:18 on the clock, a long, long way to go. And eekso has had some monstrous comebacks in the past. It's not... But Flakes is looking good, guys. This game 5 is definitely a high percentage at the moment, I would say. A couple of low 50-50s for eekso. Denied by Flakes. Wave dash demo for eekso. He's right back in control. He doesn't give Flakes long on the ball when he's got 100 boosts, does eekso? Another demo attempt incoming. Flakes escapes this one. Now eekso's in a bit of trouble here. He doesn't have much boost himself. Flakes has plenty. 45 boost was not quite enough to escape eekso's bump from behind though. eekso's on the wall here. Flakes flip reset from close range. What a play by Flakes. I don't know if we're going to see 2 better goals back to back all tournament long. That is outrageous by the Dutchman. eekso must be scratching his head. These are usually the plays he tries to make, and Flakes is doing them to him. Still half the game to go. What on earth happened to eekso here? Flakes going for the ceiling shot now. He's just going to let it bounce in, and eekso can't do anything about it. Oh my goodness, eekso must be tilted. He's waiting for Flakes to pull the trigger, and he did eventually hit the ball. Not fast. It kind of looked like he was missing it, and then bounced into it for the world's slowest ceiling shot, but still fast enough to surprise an eekso who was completely on the back foot. Oh my goodness, these guys are taking it to another level. Air dribble bump by eekso. Flakes loves to challenge these early. eekso knows that. He knows that if he goes to hit the ball into the backboard, Flakes will have the block, so he just spanks him out of the air. And you know, there's still plenty of time for eekso to start making a comeback here. 1v1 do be like that sometimes. I love what I'm seeing though from Flakes. He's throwing in way more early challenges than he did in game 1 and 2, just to keep eekso guessing. eekso can't just walk up to the goal in slow motion and expect Flakes to get out of the way anymore. He knows he has to make moves quickly when Flakes challenges early. Rebound by eekso straight into Flakes, who's got plenty boost for the counter. I think he's going to put that one on target. Indeed he is. The gap opens up to 6 yet again. Bit of a stretch there for eekso to go for that rebound. More hopeful than anything else. But when you're down by 5 goals, you have to be a little bit hopeful, don't you? Not much boost here for eekso. Gets the flick anyway though. Great control after the kickoff. Not an easy thing to do, to get the ball up on top of your car and then flick it over to a defender of Flakes' caliber. Flakes just forcing the good play from eekso there. He's perfectly happy to concede a great goal, but he doesn't want to pre-jump and concede something stupid. That's why he's staying on the ground there. He knows eekso's pretty low on boost, and there's a high chance he could mess that up. Pre-jump by Flakes. Easily saving eekso's shot. Looks like Flakes now with the wave dash plays. He's pretty happy with this 6-goal lead. Every time eekso brings one back, Flakes extends it to 6 yet again. I think it was a wave dash, in fact. Just a nice catch and pop. 9-3 in favor of Flakes. Game 5 almost a certainty now. With how strong Flakes' kickoff has been, I don't see him conceding too many goals at the end of this game. eekso might bring back 1, 2, maybe 3, but Flakes has been the master of the kickoff game. And what a great start to his league this would be. What a horrendous start to eekso's league this would be. To be in the driver's seat for so long, only to lose. Can't feel good. Flakes going for another turtle play. eekso is there, and he's going to put it in off the ceiling. 5-goal gap, 44 seconds left. Flakes must have known eekso is coming in for this one at 1,000,000 miles an hour. There is no other way for him to win except to ball chase at this point. With that kickoff win, I think it should just be in Flakes' corner from now on. The only way that eekso is ever bringing this one back was 2 or 3 kickoff goals in a row, and maybe a 0-second play as well. So trying to just get something to write home about at the end of this game. There's not been much to remember for him. Plenty for Flakes to clip. He could make a little highlight reel out of this game. I know we will. But we're going to go into game 5. I can't believe Flakes has brought this one back in such style. The game 3 semi-throw by eekso. I'm not going to really call it a throw because he did try to... he was making plays that he thought would work in those situations. It's just that sometimes he can let his... maybe I'll call it the creativity get the best of him. He's got a good imagination, does eekso. No position looks like a bad place to start a play in, but it's going to be 11-4 to finish things off. Flakes takes it, and we are going to game 5. This is it now for Flakes and eekso. One of them is about to make a massive start to their 5K 1v1 league. The other is about to have a heartbreaking loss. With how this series is shaped up, neither one of these guys will be able to take this loss, or take a loss here lightly. eekso starts things off with another air dribble bump. Flakes still hasn't found a good answer for this. Even in the game which he just won, he did concede a very high air dribble bump. Another thing that has still not been answered is Flakes' kickoff. He's found a way to dominate in the diagonal quite severely, and eekso has had many games to try and stop that from happening. Still has been unable to do that. You surely won't go too far off the wall with this much boost. Floor pinch attempted, missed by quite a great margin. Flakes going to go early into the air here. Doesn't want to fall prey to a turnaround challenge by eekso. So just flicking this one over the top as well. Fairly heads-up play by both players. Back wall defense for Flakes. Looking comfortable. Same position yet again. Same shot attempted. This time eekso does have to make a second touch to get the ball clear. Will Flakes take this one to the air? No, he's actually going to try and catch that one down below. Trying to predict a pre-jump there for eekso. Wave dash shot and flick by Flakes. He's put it wide though. Now eekso had the open net just for a moment. Didn't quite go fast enough. Decided to turn before the mid boost here. Perhaps trying to clip it as he went by, but he has in fact missed. Both players prioritizing the ball control very heavily at the moment. eekso got a flip reset there, but not really any way that he can use it. Yeah, both players I think need to get a bit more boost before attempting these kind of plays. eekso's going to let it drop. Go for the mind game. No flick this time for eekso. Flakes did get the block there. This is all around good defense by Flakes. eekso's tried to trick him a few times there, and both times Flakes was able to see it coming. He didn't have many options there with the low boost total. That's been the problem for Flakes so far this game, is limited options when he does get a chance to attack. eekso also struggling to score, but already having a goal on the board makes that a bit more okay. Oh no, Flakes has just put that one over the bar. He had a wide open net again. Not an easy one, but still an open net nonetheless. eekso got away with it. Catch and flick from eekso into the crossbar. Rebound coming in, hits the post. Going to retake control and boost in the back corner. Flakes again struggling to attack with any real kind of aggression that can work out. That's going to bounce off both posts. Flakes waits for it and gets the clear. It's starting to look a lot like game 1 and 2 with eekso just running around the edge of the box doing whatever he wants. He needs to be careful though. Flakes now has 100 boost and the ball. It's one of the few times it's happened in this game. Reverse challenge by eekso. It's something we see a lot from OSM these days. Only one goal here. Another air dribble bump attempted. Another air dribble bump scored. And with how successful eekso's been with the air dribble bumps, I don't know why he doesn't go for them every single time. Just dipping into Flakes as Flakes attempts to jump there. And eekso gets his second goal. Flakes gets another kickoff win to the outside. Strong position for Flakes. eekso puts in a nice challenge. And he lands on 100 boost as well. Very well dealt with by eekso. A single boost. He's going to have to invest this one wisely. Doesn't even need it. What a volley by eekso. What a way to finish off a bounce dribble down the line. Flakes waiting for the half volley. Gets caught out. eekso shoots it before the bounce. And that is what can happen when you build up enough speed on your dribble. You don't need boost for the shot if you're already going supersonic. Flakes hasn't even scored yet. He's not really had a real opportunity to score. He's completely boxed in now. He's getting starved of boost, and eekso is playing a lot safer than he did in game 3. Another air dribble demo. Make it 4. And Flakes has got nothing in response to eekso's air dribble bumps. Pop bumps, pop demos, the whole lot. Finding success. And you know what else just happened? Flakes has lost the kickoff. This is looking like it might be over. eekso just gonna scoop in a half volley on the wall. Are you kidding me, eekso? It's one of those moments where everything he does turns to gold. Look at that shot. Oh my goodness. Flakes is just helpless on the goal line. Is he really gonna half flip into the boost? Yes, he is. You saw him, or just back flip into the boost. He's not interested in kickoffs anymore, it seems. eekso going for a mind game. Just going to put it in the bottom right corner. No big deal. 6-0. What a heartbreaker for Flakes. It would have been a heartbreaker either way. eekso staring at a reverse sweep. Flakes, after playing so well in game 4, to lose this one. Can't feel too good. Especially in this way. He just lost all confidence in his attack again. Another backwards air dribble bump. It's just the eekso air dribble bump tutorial here. That's what we're going to rename this. It's no longer a 1v1. It's just a tutorial on how to bump your opponent into their own goal as you score. 7-0 for eekso. If you only showed somebody this game, they'd never guess what happened in the previous game. Flakes went from scoring flip resets, turtle flicks, to losing 7-0. And it's because eekso can be unstoppable when he turns it on. He tries to do a reverse wave dash there. Reverse wave dash flick. Flakes just wants to get one goal. The consolation prize. eekso would love one more for the road as well. I think Flakes might just help him put this one in. Yes, he will. 8-0. eekso takes it in the end. A brave comeback attempt by Flakes. But he does lose in his first match of the league. What a crazy series we just witnessed. With eekso's Game 5 win, he moves to second in the table behind Fairy Peak. He was, however, able to rack up a higher goals per game stat throughout that series, and that puts him first place in that category. Flakes also putting up an impressive 5 goals per game despite losing the series, but he'll have to try and fight back from second bottom position overall in just a couple of days' time. That's right, we got more Flakes on day 4, where he'll take on Bluey, the dark horse of the league, and newly found 1v1 talent. Before then, we have the long-awaited rematch of the highest prize pool show match in Rocket League history between Cuxer 97 and Fairy Peak. That's tomorrow, same time, same place, 6 p.m. GMT on twitch.tv/DonnyBoy_I, and available for viewing afterwards on my YouTube channel. Later this week, Kux will make another appearance, this time versus Scrubkilla on day 5, and eekso also makes his return, where he'll attempt to take down another Dutchman, Ocelon, on day 6. We close out today's episode with one final shout out to our sponsor, GIF Your Game. Please do check them out and give them some love. And we will continue our journey to find the best 1v1 player in Europe tomorrow. This has been day 2 of the Mannfield Night 5K. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.